Hello guys and welcome back to Tenacious Trading Group. So today I was bullish, and the reason for this was because of my higher time frame. So I used my higher time frame to guide me and to narrate, is that even correct? To, yeah, so I let my higher time frame give me some sort of narrative, hoping that price was going to continue higher. So if this is my one, this is my two, this is my three price sweeps here, but I'm gonna just use this as my 4 and 5. So obviously this is what I saw on my 1 hour time frame. Obviously we had the sweep over here. So now potentially price might want to push up higher. If I should draw up my zone from this low to this high, then we have now tapped the 618 to the T, or even here, depending on how you've seen it. So when I saw this, we were above the 200 SMA. Price was still fairly bullish. I opted to look for longs on my lower time frame. So when I went down to the 5 minute, I could see that potentially price has actually flipped bullish. And you're probably thinking, how? So if we came from here, we candle close, so that's a market structure break. We had a pullback, came down this low, fell to take out this low. So we had an internal market structure break. Then we took out this internal low. If I put my thing, it clearly closed below here. And then we had a pullback, tapped into this area here, and now we've taken out this low, and now we've taken out this high. So through internal structure, price has actually flipped bullish based off my 5 minute time frame. So I said to myself, before I take anything, I would like for price to now respect the 200 SMA, and then that way we can start looking for longs to take us higher. So obviously when that was the case, I just let price play out. So we pushed higher, of course, but there was nothing much going on. And then we had this area of supply and demand, but also if you look carefully, this is a, oh, UA was right. Okay, you know what? Oh, UA was right, because he said that this is not a validated swing high. I didn't even realize. On MNQ it is. I'll double check. Oh, on MNQ it was. That's a bit strange. Wait. Okay, so I double checked my charts. UA was right. This wasn't actually a validated swing high, but it was a demand zone, and because it was a demand zone, we can still use this area for where price can react from and push us higher. So obviously if you just let price play out, so now we get this sweep, and when you go down to your momentum and Q, let me go on. So when you get the, so when we got the sweep here, obviously I went down to my lower time frame just to see what's going on. And you obviously had SPS where this is your 1, this is your 2, this is your 3. Price has clearly swept, so 4, 5. And then now hopefully I would like for price to push on higher. We did tap the 618 really nicely. And then obviously if you wanted to get extra confirmation, you might have waited for a trendline break. If you check RSI, no we don't. I saw we did. We had RSI somewhere. I'm sure we did. Okay, no problem. And obviously this is my last down candle. 1, 2, 3, and then obviously price taps it there, and then that was my entry right there. Stop below here, 1 tick, and then I aimed for 2R, but I did let it run a little bit. But yeah, so look, that one thing just shoot straight up, and then that was my winner there. Obviously if you're using the 618, stop at the bottom, and TP1 just hit, I believe. Yep, TP1 just hit, and then now you'll be probably move your stop to break even, hoping that price keeps going higher, and we're coming close to it. Obviously this is the current market, but eventually this should, I mean, I wouldn't say it should, but there's a high probability of this hitting, then price coming back to a break even, but price is random. So yeah, so that was a trade that this was a trade that I actually took. Saw the setup, traded a setup, and thing was actually right. It wasn't actually a validated zone based off my 5-minute chart, but it was an area of what's it called, supply and demand. Another thing is, within here, the reason why I was confident within here is because we had SBS combo. So we actually had another SBS where we had 1, we had 2, we had 3, we had 4, 5. So this was the SBS combo as well, which gave me the extra confidence that potentially price wants to continue higher. I'm sure we had an RSI. I just can't see it now. I just can't see it, but I'm sure we had an RSI somewhere. Maybe on the 5-minute. Let's see what's going on here. That's lower. Oh, don't worry about the RSI. But yeah, so that was the trade for today. So UA, good spot in, to be fair, because it actually wasn't a validated swing high. I don't even know how I missed that myself, but these things sometimes do happen. But it was a good area because it was our last technically down up move through this structure. So when we now do go to our lower time frame, this becomes actually a really good zone, as you can see here, and it becomes actually a validated zone. So even here, this is your last down up candle, so there's always a chance that price might react from this. So I mean, you could say we got lucky, but then again, there's 3 things that the market moves off: support and resistance, supply and demand, and liquidity. So either way, we get liquidity through the SBS. We wait for price to tap into an area of interest, which is our supply and demand areas or supply and demand zones. And obviously you can even say that we had an area of support and resistance where price kind of hovered within a certain area, because if I zoom out, this is a key area where price either turns from support into resistance or turns from resistance into support. So that was a trade breakdown for today. Yeah, it was a good trade. Today was fairly simple. Like I always say, when you have a game plan, when you have everything that you need to look for potential trade, then everything comes much more easier. And even if you wanted to use a trendline break, we finally break it here, we retest it, and then look, price shoots up. So there are many different ways on how you could have entered, whether that would have been the mechanical SBS, whether that would have been after the trendline break, whether that would have been after the SBS combo, whether that would have been off CSS. Like, there are so many different ways where you could have entered this trade, and as long as you saw this up and you traded this up, then to be honest, today was a great day, not just for me but potentially many other people. And that's it for today. I'm just going to wrap it up there. Always remember, guys, victory belongs to the most tenacious. Wherever you are in the world, I'm wishing you guys a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, and a good night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Actually, not tomorrow. I probably won't trade tomorrow because market closes early tomorrow. On the 4th, market closed completely. So we basically have 2 days off. So I'm going to just say, you know what, I'll see you guys back on Monday. Ciao.